Opa guys, I'm Chef G and I've cooked at some of the best restaurants in the world, and I probably even cooked for you. And today I'm going to be making a spread called Taramasalata by the request of many people. And these are the ingredients that you need to make Taramasalata. Obviously we're going to need the carpro. Then I like to use Pullman bread or country bread if you can't find any Pullman bread that we dice up, crust off. Red onions, you could use yellow onions, but I prefer the red onions. It gives a nice color to it. I put 2 cloves of garlic in. I like putting in lemon zest, lemons, and a trick we used to do in the high-end restaurants is red cooked beets. And also the Greek salt and the vinegar. You could do different vinegars. Yaya called me a minute ago and she says, make sure you don't forget the cider vinegar, just a little bit. But you know what, Yaya? I don't have cider vinegar, so I'm going to use red wine vinegar. I soak the bread in a little bit of water. Don't put too much water if the bread is too moist, because you don't want it to be too gummy. So we soak it in a little bit of water, just like that. And then what I like to do is after I soak it in a little bit of water, I like to strain it a little bit in case there's too much water. Which we take it and we put it in a little strainer like this. And at the other high-end restaurants, we would squeeze it out and do a bunch of other things, but we're home, so we're not going to do that. And I put that to the side, and then always make sure you wash your hands. Take the lid off there, and I add the onions to the food processor, just like that. I add the cloves of garlic, just like that. And then this is when I like to add a little bit of the vinegar to make it toss a little bit. Not too much, like Yaya said, a couple of tablespoons, that's it. Then we put the lid back on and we give this all a stir together. You want to make sure you emulsify all this stuff together. Give it a little scrape. And at this time, you could also add a little bit of the lemon juice if you want, just to make it move around a little bit more. There you go. How's everybody out there? Are you guys good? Are you faring well being home with the family? I know I am. I'm so lucky. I got my wonderful wife taping right here, Anoush. If you want to give a shout out, she probably doesn't, but that's okay. I'm just gonna talk to you guys a little bit. I hope everybody's keeping safe out there. And here we go. We turn it back on. Look at that go. Around and around it goes. Nobody knows. There you go. And then we got to add the tarama. This is approximately a half a cup of tarama. Put that right in. And I like to put all the ingredients in together now. Tarama. You can put a couple of beets in to give it the color, like I do. Lemon zest. It's real easy to make this one, guys. It's not complicated. You can definitely make it at home. And if you want to follow along, let me know, man. I could stop and do this video all over again. Don't worry about it, all right? So right now I got the beets in, the tarama, the onions, the garlic, lemon zest. And then we'll give it a good spin again with all the rest of the ingredients in. And keep on going. And now I like to add the bread in. Add that right in. You could use bread or you could also use potatoes. You know, some parts of Greece and even in America, if you want to keep it gluten-free, I could do that one for you too with potatoes. Give it a nice stir. There you go. Round and round it goes. And now the fun part. I like to turn it off, and I don't add the salt yet because it's very salty, the carp eggs, but I like to add a little fresh pepper. I'll put in a little bit more lemon juice at this point. I love this thing that I got here. Squeezes fresh lemon. Nothing like fresh lemon. Make sure you don't use that canned lemon juice stuff. That stuff is only good for like cleaning the walls maybe. If that. Oh, I got a pit in here. Oh my God. The world's not gonna end if you get a pit in here, right? Take it and throw it across the room. I think I'll have my, oh my God, that splattered on the window. We won't show that one. Here we go. Mix. And then we start adding the olive oil in. I like start adding the olive oil. Nice and slow. Look at that. How beautiful is that? This is the trick here. Keep on going with the olive oil. Keep on going. You see how it's going, guys? Hope everybody's doing well. If you guys wanted me to make anything else at all, let me know. I'll take requests like I took with this one. And at this point, I like to use some of the sunflower oil also, so it's not overpowering by olive oil. And you see, guys, how it's starting to thicken up a little bit? Look at that, magic. Starting to get nice and thick. You know, I'm gonna turn it off now. And it's actually similar to like a mayonnaise on how you slowly stream the olive oil in. And what I like to do at this point is, you see all this goodness over here? You don't want to get that out, but look at the consistency already, guys. It's really starting to look like tarama right now. Beautiful, beautiful. Might not need that much olive oil. But at this point, like I said, if you want, if it gets too thick, you can thin it out with a little bit of club soda or a little bit of water. I'm gonna put in a touch of water because I like mine a little bit lighter. So I'm gonna put in just a touch. You hear that? There we go, perfect. Maybe a touch more. There you go. And at this point, I like to put in just a smidgen of salt. We really don't need it. We're gonna have to taste later. 2 sprinkles, 2, 3 sprinkles, 4 sprinkles, that's it. And then we start to put in, drizzle a little bit more olive oil. And it needs to be the consistency almost of mayonnaise. Look at that go, guys. I hope you guys are being safe, washing your hands lots of times. And look at that. You see how it's thickening it up? Getting thick. There we go. All right. About that point, I think we put in about a half a cup of olive oil. I'm going to wipe the sides down so all the goodness gets in. Again, we wipe the sides down like we said. Look at checking the consistency. And at this point, you could also give it a taste if you want. I like to. Being I'm a chef, you gotta taste all the time. Anybody's gotta taste. But if you look at it, oh yeah. Oh man, that's getting there. You know what? I think it needs a touch more lemon. So I'm gonna put in. I got the rest of these 2 lemons. I'm just gonna put them right in. You really gotta put a lot of lemon. I believe somewhere I read that they make this for Lent, for the first Monday of Lent, traditionally. But you guys can check up on me, see if I'm pulling your leg or not. Look at that, look at all that nice lemon juice in there. That should be plenty. That should do the trick. Put that back on. Smell that, smells great. It's very simple, slow. And back in the day, they used to make it with a mortar and pestle, but yeah, right, we're not gonna do that nowadays. Everybody has one of these at home. In the restaurant, we have more fancy ones, but at home, this is what I use, just like everybody else. So I'm gonna hit it with a little bit more sunflower oil, just a touch, and I think we're looking good. Look at that consistency. And then we're gonna hit it with a little more olive oil. Looking really good, guys. By the way, I don't think I've made this for like 100 years. And then I'm gonna put a little splash of vinegar in. Yaya's secret. Give it a nice stir. And then the trick is to look at the consistency here. The consistency should be almost when you put it in a spoon and it stays on. Look at that, guys. Look at that. You put it on the spoon and it stays on. How is that? That's beautiful. I'm gonna give it a little taste with a clean spoon. Oh, man. I gotta say myself, man. We gotta present this for you guys, man. Really good. Okay, you know what you can do if you want to make it a little bit even lighter, you can add a little bit more club soda. My lovely assistant Anush, sliding me over a little club soda. And at this point, I'll put a splash club soda, give it loosen it up a little bit, just like that. A little bit more, and then the reason why you add the liquid or the club soda or the water is so it can take more olive oil in. Otherwise, they'll separate. But with the bread, it helps to absorb it and make an emulsification, which everybody should know what emulsification is, but probably doesn't. It's combining all the ingredients to be one, like the world has to be right now, one. Okay? So I'm gonna add a little bit more olive oil, get it back to that spoon consistency. Look at that, there it goes, there it goes. Beautiful. I'm gonna add a little bit more sunflower oil. There you go. And we're gonna test it out again. Give it a nice little mix. Stop. And we're gonna do the spoon test again. To me it looks good. Oh, look at that, guys. Look at that. 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 Beautiful. All right, we're good to go. I'm gonna plate it up for you guys. Here you go. Taramasalata. You could garnish it any way you want. I like to use cucumbers, tomatoes, carrots, some crackers, toasted bread with olive oil and oregano, lavash. I have to because my wife's Armenian. And I like to drizzle it with a little olive oil on there. And me personally, I like to try a little bit of everything. So I'm gonna give it a little try right here. A little of the bread. Give it a little dip like this. Salivating. I'm sorry I'm talking with my mouth full, but I gotta give it the chef's kiss. And don't forget to finish it with a little tsikudia. If there's anything else you guys want me to make, please email me. Like I said before, email, text, smoke signal, whatever you want. I'm there for you.